Hi boys and girls, it's Pastor Linda and today is lesson number 4 in our 4-week series called Sweet Friendship. So if there's only 4 lessons and this is number 4, it must be the last lesson of our series. And so I hope you've been watching all of them, and if you haven't, go back and look at 1 through 3. But our verse for all 4 weeks has been found in what book of the Bible? Do you remember what book of the Bible is our memory verse in for this series, Sweet Friendships? Proverbs. Did you say Proverbs? If you did, I'm happy to give you 0 points because I don't give points. But I hope that you know it is in Proverbs, and I have my trusty towel that we've been looking at each week, Proverbs 27:9, and it says, "A sweet friendship refreshes the soul." A sweet friendship refreshes the soul, Proverbs 27:9. And of course, we've been looking at ice cream every week. And for this week, before we get to our Bible lesson, I want to tell you what kind of ice cream I have. The first kind I have is Haagen-Dazs ice cream, real ice cream, and it's even called, the flavor's called Heaven. How cool is that? And then I have kind of ice cream. This says it's ice cream for dogs. Can you see that? Ice cream for dogs. That is not meant for people. So it is ice cream for dogs, not for people. And I am going to eat one of these ice creams at the end of our Bible lesson. Which one do you think it's going to be? The real ice cream or the ice cream for dogs? You'll have to wait and see. So before we do that, I want to be sure that you learn a Bible lesson today. And today we're going to look at 2 different books in the Bible and 2 different friendships. Now the first friendship is with a man named Job, and he had 3 friends. And when I was growing up, I wish I had 3 friends. I didn't have 3 friends. But it turns out that these 3 friends that Job had were kind of not the best friends. They were not friends that were good for Job. Just like this ice cream for dogs is not good for people, those 3 friends were not good for Job. And so some terrible things happened to Job. He got very sick, and then he found out that his oxen had all been taken away by some people and that his servants had died. And then he found out that his sheep had died in a fire and the servants had died in a fire with the sheep. Then he found out the camels got taken away and the servants for the camels died. Then he found out that there was a big storm and his children, the house his children were all in, collapsed and all his children died. He had some terrible, terrible things happen to him. Well, those 3 friends came to Job and they talked to him. And you know what, boys and girls? They weren't the right kind of friends for Job because they were blaming him. They were being mean to him. They were saying, "Oh, you must be getting punished by God," or "Oh, this is all happening because you must be very sinful." And they were saying some mean things to him that were not true. Boys and girls, when you have friends that are talking about you and talking to you about things that are not true, they are not the right kind of friends for you. Just like dog ice cream isn't the right kind of ice cream for people. And you know what? At the end of the book of Job in the Bible, Job decides to pray for his friends. And when he prayed for his friends, things in his life turned around. So boys and girls, it's important to have the right kind of people in your life, the right kind of friends, and to just pray for those friends that you shouldn't be friends with. For those people you shouldn't be friends with. Just pray for them like Job did. Now, we have a second friendship to talk to you today, and this one is a sweet friendship, like our theme is for this month. Now, Job's friends, they were kind of sour. They were the wrong kind of friends. But now we're going to talk about a sweet friendship, the right kind of friendship. And this friendship is found in the book of Ruth, and it is between Ruth and her mother-in-law, Naomi. Now, they had some terrible things happen to them too. They had people in their family that died, and they were very sad. But you know what, boys and girls? Ruth followed Naomi, and Naomi was a follower of God. And boys and girls, that's the kind of friendships that we need. We need someone in our life that knows God more than us. Naomi knew God more than Ruth. And Naomi, she went and stayed with her family, and Ruth followed her with them, and you know what? Ruth started to come to know God. She could see that there was something different about Naomi. Even when she was sad, she was still a follower of God. And Naomi even told Ruth that there was someone that could redeem the whole situation, that there was a redeemer that could turn things around in their life. And you know who that redeemer is, boys and girls, for us and for Ruth and Naomi? It's God. God can turn things around. And so Ruth and Naomi, they had the right kind of friendship. They had a friendship that was correct and real, just like this ice cream is real. All right, so boys and girls, I want you to remember to choose the right friends. Friends that are going to bring you closer to God, like Naomi did for Ruth, and not friends that are going to be critical and make fun of you and not encourage you in God. Job's friends didn't encourage him in God. They didn't say, oh, let's pray about this, Job. I'm so sorry this has happened to you. Instead, they were blaming him and accusing him of things. Wrong kind of friends. All right, boys and girls, our song for this series has been My Best Friend. You can go to missionkids.club and you can click on the pillow fight there and you'll see the link to our song for this whole month. I hope that you'll go do that. But before we go, I have to eat one of these ice creams. All right, so let's see. We have our dog ice cream and our real ice cream called Heaven. All right, so let's start with the dog ice cream. Who thinks I should eat the dog ice cream? I can hear you from here saying, eat the dog ice cream, eat the dog ice cream. It's dog ice cream made for dogs, not for people. So we have that one. I have a spoon. And then I have the real ice cream. I have a spoon for that one. Let's see. And it goes. Oh, that one looks good. All right, so let's try it once more. Who says I should eat the dog ice cream? Shout out, eat the dog ice cream. I can hear you. Who says eat the real ice cream? Only your parents are saying eat the real ice cream. So I have to decide. Do I want friends that are good for me? Or do I want friends that are not meant for me because I love God? The real good friends that are godly? Or the fake friends that aren't going to draw me closer to God? Dog ice cream, people ice cream. And the winner is? You think I'm going to eat this one? But I'm going to choose the right one. Because boys and girls, it's important to make right choices in our friends. And so I'm going to eat the right ice cream. Oh, it's delicious. And the dog ice cream, I think I'm going to save for Max, Pastor Greg's dog, and I'm going to give Max the whole box of ice cream for dogs. All right, boys and girls, I want you to remember, choose sweet friendships that are going to draw you closer to God, not fake ones that are going to make fun of you and take you away from God. All right, boys and girls, I love you, miss you, and keep loving Jesus. And have sweet friendships, because a sweet friendship refreshes the soul, just like real ice cream. Proverbs 27:9. All right, boys and girls, bye. God bless you.